Good evening, everybody. You know, I got to tell you something real quick because, you know, the band left. It's a terrible thing to bring a preacher up after a choir. You know, it's, Lord help me, I gotta pray on this. But welcome to the 10th Annual Beacon of Light Awards. This is, you know, we're so excited. We're excited for all of our celebrants tonight. When we started this 10 years ago, we didn't really know the breadth and depth of what we were doing. We were stepping into an area that we really wasn't familiar with, but we knew that we wanted to take some time to celebrate teachers. And a lot of times, you know, there's always, and I know you have all, you know, like me, I've been to a lot of award ceremonies, and, you know, there's always awards given out for one thing or another. But sometimes folks don't realize what a teacher actually does. You know, years ago, teachers were valued in a different way in our society. Years ago, if you told somebody you was a teacher, they would say, oh, you know, you're a teacher, you know. They give you some, you know, recognition for that. And, you know, I noticed that, like, I fly sometimes, and, you know, you get extra credit or something if you're in the military or if you're a police officer. But if you're in education and say you're a teacher, you don't get no credit. We kind of devalued what a teacher is in our society. But because teachers are the first educators of society, we need to lift all of our teachers up. And if we were to have an award celebration every single day of the year, it would not be enough to show our gratitude to what each and every one of you do. So give yourselves a round of applause. You know, today is a special day because not only are we celebrating teachers, we are celebrating support staff that work in our schools, because teachers can't do what they need to do if they don't have the support of other staff working with our students. There's a lot that goes on in school. A lot of people don't understand. You know, teachers got an awesome job, but support staff got an awesome job too. You know, and sometimes we don't realize, a lot of people in the greater society don't realize exactly what it is that we do in school. But just to give you a snippet for those of you who don't work in school, to give you a snippet of what it is to have to take care of or look after somebody else's children, and not just one or two, but if you have, teachers sometimes have from 90 to 200 students in a day. So you have to deal with 90 to 200 different personalities every single day. And sometimes they're not so nice personalities. Sometimes it's a little difficult, you know. And sometimes you have to call on a higher spirit to get you through the day, all right? Somebody asked me just a minute ago how I felt about listening as a Muslim. I'm a Muslim. How I feel about listening to gospel music. I'm saying it's all right with me. It resonates with me because I have to call on the Lord, and I don't care in which denomination you call on the Lord, as long as you call on the Lord. Because we got a tremendous work to lift up our young people in the city of Baltimore, throughout the state of Maryland, and all over our great nation. So today is a day of celebration. You know, Baltimore Teacher Network, we have a proud history of lifting up teachers. We support teacher voice, and our president is going to talk about that in a minute. But, you know, your voice is important, and I would be remiss if I had this opportunity on the stage today to not talk a minute about how powerful your voice is. Not just your lip voice, but the voice and the power of your vote. I have to say it. You know, I know you're tired of the campaign. God knows I'm tired of the campaign. My phone beeps every 5 minutes from somebody asking for another dollar, but I gotta stop for a moment to say to you that it's important for us. We're at a very important point in this experiment of democracy in this nation. You know, who would ever think that we would have to have a choice today, have a choice between a convicted felon and an experienced lawyer, prosecutor as candidates for the presidency of the United States. The choice is clear in my mind. I ain't gonna tell you who I'm voting for. But the choice is clear in my mind. And it's absolutely clear in my mind that as teachers, as educators, that we have to make our voice heard at the ballot box in just a few days. Okay? Is that all right? Is it all right that I say that? Okay? Now don't be saying that, you know, he messed up the whole program because he started talking about politics. This ain't no politics. This is life and death. This is life and death. Our democracy is on the line right now. So we have to be clear about the time and the season that we're in. So I want to thank each and every one of you for coming out tonight. This is such a special night. We are celebrating not only teachers but support staff as well. And one thing I want to mention is that we received so many nominations. We received a lot of nominations. And so when we made a mistake last year and the year before was that we didn't tell all the nominees, that they all would receive an award. But I want to make sure that everyone knows that we received an awful lot of nominees, but we only have just a few people that will receive the award. So you will see who all the nominees are because they all should be celebrated. Each and every one of you should be celebrated, and we cannot celebrate you enough. So we thank you for that.